Well, hey YouTube, welcome back my friends once again to Jack's Tech Hut. This is the only hut you need for all of your technology knowledge. Hey, so today we're talking about the thumbnail and the title, I'm sure gave it away. We are talking about MOBA Xterm. M-O-B-A-X-T-E-R-M. Well, you can see it on the screen. So, why MOBA Xterm? What would it give you that maybe Putty doesn't? Because I know a lot of you advanced people out there that are working with Linux servers. You're doing SSH. You're working with your network switches and your routers. I know a lot of you say, well, I SSH and I use Putty. And Putty's a great program. It's been around a long time. But MOBA Xterm will give you so much more. And today, we're going to just touch the surface. So let's have a look at it here. The first thing we're going to do is, and I'll put this link in the description down below, is mobaxterm.mobatek.net. All right. So it allows us to do multiple different connections like RDP, Telnet, SSH, serial, and a lot of other connections that you'll need when you're working with your networking gear or when you're working with Linux servers, which we work a lot with in our class. So what we're going to look at here today, first of all, is I'm just going to show you the web page here, and I'm going to walk you through MOBA Xterm a little bit. There is a home edition. It's free. And folks, the free edition has worked fine for me over the years, but if you're working for a company and you want to support the cause, go ahead and pay the $69. You know, that's not a whole lot of money. And go ahead and buy yourself an actual license for the program itself. Okay. All right. So I downloaded the free version and I installed it. I am running this on Windows 11, believe it or not. And this is MOBA Xterm. This is the interface. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to dark mode. That's all I got to do to go to dark mode. One click. I can go from light mode to dark mode. All right. And I really do enjoy and I like dark mode. So that's kind of where I like to stay. Now, if you notice over here on the left, you'll notice I have a Windows folder, and then I have no other folders. What I like about this is all we got to do is go to User Sessions, right-click, and go to New Folder. And I would make a folder here called Router or Routers. I'd make a folder in here called Switches, all right, for my network gear. And then I'm going to make a folder in here. I already made one called Windows, so let's make one called Linux for my Linux servers. Okay. Now I do have a Linux server fired up, and I do have it in here. We'll be logging into the Linux server with SSH, but I want to put that into my folder. So I'll click on it and drag it up and drop it into my folder. This way, it's got a really nice interface and a nice look. Everything is really nice and clean. Now, when I talk about Windows, you're like, well, I don't like the terminal into my Windows. Let's go under Sessions here and have a look at what we can do. So under Sessions, you'll see that you have SSH, Telnet, RSH, XDMCP, RDP, which I use a lot to talk to my Windows servers, VNC, which you can use to talk to any computer with VNC. We can do FTP connections, secure FTP connections, serial, files. We can do a shell. Right inside here, we can have a shell. Let's look at that. And you can do a bash shell. We can do a Windows PowerShell. So you can have shell running right inside this thing. Let's open that back up. We have a built-in browser, Mosh, AWS, S3, and WSL. So there's a lot of different connection types that you can choose from. And you can have these open at multiple times across the top in tabs. That's why I like this program. Better than using Putty. So I'm going to cancel this. What we're going to do now is we're simply going to go up under Linux, go to our Linux server. This happens to be an Ubuntu server. Right click on it, and I'm going to execute it. It's going to ask me for my super secret password. And I'll say yes. I'm going to go ahead and send this across the wire. Cancel on this. I'm not going to encrypt anything right now. And there you go. Okay. We can blow the screen up or zoom just by holding the control button down and scrolling up on your wheel mouse. All right. So there is my Linux server. And here is my terminal command. First thing I'm going to do is clear the screen. So why is this nice? And a lot of my students ask this. They say, look, they say, Jack, why do you want to do something like this? Because you don't want to run your server rooms, right? You should never have to go to your server room and open up a monitor on your server and do any work. All we should do is remote into our servers. It saves a lot of time, precious time, and you can do a lot of the same stuff right at your desk, okay? I do not, at this point, have any networking gear sitting here that I can log into. So I'm just going to show you around a little bit of a Linux server and what you can do. The first thing I'm going to show you is the tree command. And I talked about this on one of my previous videos. I think I was showing you guys Linux commands. But we're going to type in tree. And I'm going to show you a big tree here. We're going to type in /etc. Enter. Okay. And it gives me an error. It says you can't do this on here. Let's try sudo tree. Super secret password. And it doesn't like it. Okay. So for some reason we can't use the tree command on here. Let's see if we can use tree downloads. No, doesn't like it. Anyway. So the tree command looks like it obviously just works when you're on the actual Linux computer itself. For whatever reason, I don't understand that part of it. But let's do an ls. All right, there is my programs, right? My personal folders on my server. cd ... ls. And there's the root system, the root file structure of the actual server itself. I'll blow this up a little bit for you. Okay, so we can see what's going on here. And we can go in here and we're going to go back to the home directory. Well, we can print pwd where we at. We're at the root. Okay, so we'll do cd /home / I guess not. I guess it's cd /home / my first name pwd, and there we go. Okay. Now if we do an ls in here, again we have the basic folders. All right. So what I want to show you now is how I like to keep notes when I'm on a Linux server. I do cd space notes, and then all I do in here is I use a program called Nano. Nano is a basic straight text editor. All right. So we're going to do show .txt and enter. And this is Nano. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, well, Jack, if you were truly a Linux guy, you'd be using Vim. And I do occasionally use Vim, but in case you just want to jump in, write a quick note and jump out. So this is some kind of a show note. All right. To save it, I hold my control key down, hit the letter O. And I hit my control key again, hit the letter X, and I'm out. If I do an ls again, I can see now that show.txt is in there, correct? It's right here, show.txt. There we go. So it's just a really nice way to be able to really, really easily work with your computer systems. And give us a lot of connectivity from wherever you may be sitting. This also works if you VPN into your network, and maybe you are one of those lucky ones that are working from home right now. Maybe you've been working from home for years and you're controlling your servers. Maybe your servers are on AWS. Maybe they're not even co-located at your location any longer. This is a really nice way to keep up with all those servers, as well as, like I said, all your network switches and everything. And at some point, I'll try to get a network switch set up. Maybe a Cisco switch, and I'll show you that you can jump into the Cisco switch, do all your commands via SSH, and jump back out. And it makes it really, really nice. So again, it's just a quick video. I just wanted to show you around a little bit around MOBA Xterm. Again, it's MOBA XTERM, just like that, as easily as that, as spelled. And you can work on all your computer systems. To jump out of here is just as easy. All you gotta do is click the little X Click yes. I'm going to disconnect. And there you go. You're out. You're back to the main screen. All right, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It was a quick one. It was something maybe you have not seen before. And something that I just wanted to share with you. Again, it's MOBA, Xterm, and just a great program for controlling all your network gear, switches, as well as your Windows servers. So everything in one package. All right, until next time, remember, as I always tell you, stay curious. I'll see you back here next time on Jack's Tech Hut. Bye for now.